What's going on? Welcome to Totally Blitz Podcast. As always, before we jump into this Thursday night matchup, which is the Lions hosting the Packers prime time, go down, like, and subscribe. Comment your pick, your bets, your parlays. I'm Paul Pick'em Wyndham Concha, and I'm joined with.
You already know, man. It's that boy, Kev, Water Boy, some boy, aka the Dom P. Like always, the realest on your screen.
Well, Kev, we got a good matchup for Week 14 on the Thursday night football. Divisional matchup. Big, I think, big kind of ripples in the playoff picture because
Yes,
yes, the Lions are 11-1, but you also got to think the Vikings are 10-2, and you also got to think the Packers are 9-3. So, but this loss right here for the Lions could definitely affect the outcome of who leading and what, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, it's just an old fashioned NFC North matchup.
you forgot one team.
What, the Bears?
Every Eagles fan
Oh,
in the
Eagles,
world is a
Eagles.
Packers fan this week. Because the Packers can capitalize on the Lions' injuries. They could get the dub, and they're taking the number one seed.
That is true. That is very true. Because I actually heard from an Eagles fan recently that I said Lions Eagles, that's the NFC Championship game, and his immediate response was, "If it's in Philly, we win." So
Yeah,
like that's
they
how
just play
probably
right home.
big of a deal this game is to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
Going
So
on.
yeah, I mean,
Oh, what's up?
Packers ball last week, man. 30 points against a defense that looks pretty good the first last 2 weeks before they played. They've been doing their thing. I think Jordan Love's been throwing less picks, haven't been checking the numbers like that. But it's the mighty, mighty Lions. Jared Goff and them boys in that defense that is missing everybody, but is still coached well. How do you think they come, man?
I'm looking like because I did a little bit of research on paper. These teams are so fucking close. If I can get I know when it comes to total yardage, like as an offensive unit, they're fucking. What are the Lions? The Lions are second. The Packers are third in the
Hmm.
NFL. So these are two of the most high-powered offenses going up and down the field. And then if you look at their defenses, you would say like, okay, well, Detroit Lions, you know that they're going to run the ball first. Everything comes off of Montgomery and Gibbs, and then that sets up Jared Goff. And you can almost say the same for the Packers. Like Josh Jacobs and that running game with LaFleur is what sets up the Jordan Love big plays down the field. And on paper, the fucking Lions are the fifth best run defense, and the Packers are the seventh best run defense. So, like, these are two teams that are one are known for getting yards, and two known for stopping the run. So it's kind of like they. It's just kind of hard to make a pick because statistically they kind of match up real well. And then you were like, okay, well the Lions are the Lions, but then you also know the Lions are hurt. Like they have 18, 19 people on the IR. They have the most people on the IR. The whole defensive line, linebackers, DBs all hurt. Like it's kind of at a certain point, they're still blowing out certain teams, but they're also having these close matchups. And you're like, okay, certain point, y'all aren't going to be undefeated in these one score games. But I don't know about you, Kev, but it's hard. It's hard to pick against this Lions team.
I mean, you know me, I make all my picks in 5 seconds. If it takes more than 5 seconds, I need to go watch a podcast or something on it. So I think this game is very eye opening because this game shows who's playing their best ball and when. And one thing the Packers do is play their best ball in December.
They do. Matt LaFleur be having birds chirping in December.
I don't like to bet against the Lions. I don't like to think twice on the Lions. I think Dan Campbell can motivate a team, and and they play so tough. They play such grit that as long as that offense is rolling, they can kind of shoot out with anybody. So this is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be very, very good, very, very high paced. There's no short weeks because they both played on Thanksgiving.
That's
So
true.
they've
I
all
didn't
had
even
a
think
week.
of that. That's a good point.
They've all had a week to take to prepare. And the Lions coming off of like a game they were supposed to lose against the Bears. I don't know.
I will say there is no like when it comes to divisional matchups and primetime games, there's no such thing as look ahead because you're so focused on not losing the primetime game or losing to a divisional opponent, especially of this stature. But I will point out next week the Lions do have the Buffalo Bills on deck. Whereas the Packers do play the Seahawks, where like that's not, like the Packers are not worried about that game. Whereas the Lions potentially could maybe be, hey, we got the Bills up next week, potential Super Bowl matchup.
I don't think so. Them boys not
I
sleeping
mean,
on the
it's hard.
Packers.
I'm kind of pulling on that one because it is like it's prime time game on Thursday night and it's a divisional matchup with playoff implications on the line.
And y'all had the last time y'all played was Thanksgiving. And you know the like they're lit right now. I don't know. I want to take the Packers. I really, really do. Because Matt LaFleur plays his best football in December. But I don't think I've picked against this Lions team not once this season. Maybe this is the week I picked against them boys.
You going against the Bayern kneecaps?
I just don't see Jahmyr Gibbs and Dave Montgomery getting off this week.
Jordan Love interception. Prime time.
Who's there?
It's there sitting there.
Yeah, I think I locked in the Packers.
You're locking in the Packers.
Yeah, just because they didn't do me wrong last week. I think last week I thought they was gonna be on some bullshit when they dropped 30 on a defense that's been playing pretty decent for the last couple of weeks.
Well, I'm happy you made the pick for me because with you going with the Packers, I'm gonna ride the Lions because I was kind of split on this pick, and I wanted to go different from you. And I thought you were gonna come in big of Lions 11-1, best team in NFC, best team, Super Bowl, blah blah blah. But the fact that I have you over here, kind of what did they say on Pat McAfee show? You're not squabbling, you're waffling. You're waffling right now. You don't know what pick you
I,
want.
I don't.
I'm
Might get the
on the
phone
opposite
call.
side. I like the Lions here. I like the Lions at home, and
Oh, the Lions are at home.
it's in Detroit. It's not a far try. It's not. They're probably taking a bus to Detroit. That's not a far ride over.
Nah,
But
I'll be around the corner.
it's even with all the injuries. This is just a team that sometimes. What do you say? Sometimes you don't know it until you know it, and no one has been
Oh
able
yeah,
to
you
tell
don't
them
know.
otherwise.
You don't know what you don't know type shit.
Yeah, you're the most hurt team in the NFL, but I feel like they were probably a top five most hurt team in the NFL the last few weeks, but like no one brought that stat up until now all of a sudden.
Yeah, and the big thing is that they've anytime they've played bad, they've always come off the next week and looked really, really good. I'm gonna listen to a couple podcasts on this one, but right now my pick is the Packers, and I have less than 24 hours to change, so I better start studying.
I'm gonna ride with the Detroit Lions at home here, and who knows? Maybe my Jared Goff MVP case ain't dead yet.
Nah, that's your dead kid. Josh Allen is a fucking dog.
Yeah, Lamar's out of it. I think Josh Allen's now clear cut
No,
one.
Lamar's not out of it. Saquon has just jumped him.
That's true. That's actually a better way of putting it. Saquon has just jumped him. It's almost
Yeah,
like
he's
how I
like
feel about when Miami's Cam Ward is no longer in the Heisman. It's like no, Alshon Gentry and Travis Hunter just jumped him. He says it's
I,
nothing.
I ain't gonna lie. I was screaming Jalen Milroe like before they lost to Georgia.
And I've been screaming Jalen Milroe will be giving me my free enterprise car whenever I need a car rental for the past few years. That's where he needs to be after his fourth year.
And you see, last time Alabama had a jet named Jalen. I'm just saying.
That's true. But we appreciate y'all watching. Thursday night football is actually gonna be a good one this Thursday. Setting up for what is gonna be a very, very eventful week 14 slate. What with the fourth, Kev?
Bro, we have 4 Thursday night football games left. Enjoy this. Bask in it.
I'll enjoy this one. I'm actually looking at the Monday and Sunday night games are actually pretty good themselves too. So this whole slate of prime time is gonna be pretty good.
Nice. Enjoy it. Bask in it. Think twice in it.
Well, as always, go down, like, subscribe, comment who you got this week, not weekend, but this Thursday night game. Any picks, any parlays, any prop bets y'all riding us, let us know. I'm Paul Picking with him, Kev, Waterboy Savoy. And if y'all didn't know, well, now y'all know, motherfuckers.